So I believe this conversation that I'm gonna have with you guys is gonna be one of the hardest conversation I'll ever have. Not the only one, but just one of those conversations. So I'm gonna be very raw, very transparent, and I'm gonna be very honest. So as a trader, I feel like a lot of us go through this, but for me, because I've been trading for so long, it's a little bit embarrassing for me, and I'm trying to be okay with it. But as I go along each and every day, trying to figure out how to, manage this situation, I realize it's actually okay, and it's gonna take some time to actually figure it out and be on the right side. So if you guys know, if you guys join my Discord, you will see that I'm a very profitable trader. Not saying I'm making thousand here and there, but I'll make like 400, 500 a day. Once in a while I make 1,000, but I realize that I have an issue, and my issue is I do not follow some of my trading rules. So basically my discipline is at stake. And even though I haven't went down a bad path, I caught myself multiple times where I could have potentially lost a lot of money, but because of the market condition, I got saved multiple times. And for me, I realized that me not following my trading rules is not going to be sustainable in the long run. And I'm having a hard time trying to get over that hump. And I know as you get older, trying to break certain habits is very hard, and it's something you just gotta have to stick through. But I realize it's happening more than often. And as I go, I try to analyze the situation, or why am I doing these things? And I'm coming to the realization that I'm trying to rush the process. And that's just my assumption. And over a certain time period, I will see if that's actually the reason why. And one of the reasons why I do trade live as well, even though I don't do it as often as I want to, but the reason why I do trade live is so I can keep myself on point, because I want to perform to a certain level when other people are watching, and it will keep me to stay accountable. And also I thought it would basically help me stick to my rules, because I don't want to hop on live and then everyone is watching me and then doing whatever I want, versus having some type of structure. And recently I haven't been going live, and I realized that because I haven't been going live, I've been doing a lot of whatever I want to do versus following the rules that I have set in place to follow. And also, like I said, I feel like the fact that I'm trying to rush the process to make a certain amount of money at a certain period of time, this also put me in a space of taking certain trades I'm not supposed to, or seeing a setup when there's really not a setup, because I want to try to make some money for the day or be green on the day. And me realizing that now, I feel like I can start going to the drawing board and trying to fix or help myself be a little bit more disciplined by telling myself that there's no reason to rush the process. And one of the reasons why most people will rush the process is because either they're not working, or they want extra income, or the regular job that they're doing is not providing as much, so they're trying to build up a certain amount of money or be consistent with making money at a quick or fast pace, which when you start trading with that mindset is very detrimental. It can be very scary. You can blow up your account, and it could put you in a position or a mental space where you start spiraling, thinking that either your strategy don't work, and your strategy might work, but it's because you're not being patient, you're trying to rush the process. And then the fact that you're doing these two things, there's multiple other things or reason as well, but when you start doing these things, you start making bad decisions and making trades that you shouldn't be trading, and then you think it's your strategy when it's really not. It's really not your strategy. For me, I know it's not my strategy. I know for a fact It is me personally. I am the issue. And I'm taking accountability for myself as a trader. Now is for me to go to the drawing board and figure out what can I do to jump over this hurdle to keep myself focused and understand, look, this is not a race. This is a marathon. And for me, I don't need to rush. That's the thing. I don't need to rush because I have extra income coming in different avenues where I don't have to really worry about when, if I'm going to get any money this month or whatever the case may be. So my bills will get paid if I trade or I don't trade. So I think it's the fact that I have other things that I want to do in terms of growth, and I need extra funds apart from those other avenue of income coming in to get these goals started or finished. So I definitely need to get into that mind space of let myself know or remind myself there's no need to rush. Take your time. Because one of the things I recently did, which almost messed me up, was I over leveraged on a trade. So basically I went in with a bigger size than I was supposed to usually go in. My base starting shares to trade is $1,000 because I feel like I can manage my risk a little bit better with 1,000 shares versus going up 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 shares. Eventually, when I get to a certain level, I'll be able to handle that. But at this moment or this time, I'm okay with 1,000 shares because I feel like it's more manageable versus a higher share size. And plus, if you guys don't know, I'm trying to grow a small account. So definitely with a small account, you have to, if you're trying to grow a small account, you have to have super discipline, because now you're trying to grow your account to be able to trade with bigger size. And the fact that I'm realizing this is a good start, because a lot of people do not realize where they're going bad. They might think, like I said, they might think it's their strategy or they're trading the wrong stock, which most of the time it can be the wrong stock, but majority of the time, or a high percentage of your time, it's your mental or like your psychology, I should say. It plays a very vital space in the trading world. You have to have your emotion in check and realize when you're kind of, out of whack in terms of your emotion, because sometimes even the market can cause you to have emotional or psychological spiral in the trading world, because the market might be cold and you're looking like, every time I'm entering for a trade to look for profit, price might go up and then reject and then take you out. And that's something you also have to recognize, which I have recognized too, is to understand when the market is hot, I can step it up a little bit, and when the market is cold, tone it down a little bit. At the moment now, as I speak, the market is kind of in a whack because of the whole tariff war with the US and China and all these other countries, and it's causing uncertainty in the market. So people are not looking to really invest or make big trades in the market at the moment. So certain trades that would follow through on a hot market, you might get half or not even half. It might pop up and then go the opposite direction that you're looking for it to go. So, I like to keep myself accountable, and one of the things I recently have been doing is like taking notes. Taking notes in my little notepad. Each and every day when I do trade, I write down in this notepad of how I felt, the trades that I took, did I follow my rules, my mental space, and just take accountability for my trades. And what I'll do, I'll go back and reread it and ask myself why, just have a conversation with myself. Why did I take that trade? Was it the right time to take the trade? And then take that information and then use that for the next day to say, okay, this is what happened yesterday. I'm going to try my best not to make this mistake again, today. Well, not today, but the following day that I'm actually trading. And I do think a lot of traders should journal. Write down how you feel, and evaluate it and figure out why you was feeling that way. And if you do feel that way again, should you be trading? And just make these move to help you become a little bit better in the trading world. But just being the fact that I recognize this at an early stage, I'm going to do a little bit better, and I'm gonna continue journaling. Hopefully you guys can actually see how I progress. I will be making more videos updating on my psychology, and if you guys want to see my profit and all that good stuff, you could join my free trading Discord. I'll see you guys later, and thanks for tuning in. Peace.